Boys and girls.
Hello all.
How are you all doing? Today, we have somebody that was the one single introduction. In fact, we should introduce ourselves first.
Yeah, exactly.
So that you guys can know before we introduce her. Anyway, this podcast is now a Guinness World Record holding podcast.
Yes, sir.
How now?
I'm fine.
We have Hilda Baci with us.
We do.
So Hilda, what did you do this weekend? What did you get up to this weekend?
Top of mind, I went to church. I went for Thanksgiving in church. I was in the evidence room for the most, part of yesterday after church. What did I do on Friday? Just interviews and...
Fair. You're doing a lot, having to do a lot of media.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what did you do? Oh, no, sorry. How is that? Answer that first.
I think it needs a bit of getting used to. Yeah, I'll say majorly it needs a bit of getting used to. Because I used to always say I wanted to be famous, but I think I did not understand. I honestly did not understand what it meant.
Yeah, no. A lot of people want to be rich and popular, not famous.
No, that's the thing.
So me, I used to always say, I want to be rich and famous. I always say, I just want to work. I just want to work so much and just have money and let people just know me.
Very different. Anyway, we'll come back to it because what I've seen is that we're not even famous, we're popular, but being popular in Nigeria is actually very different from being popular elsewhere.
Yeah.
The way these ones go about it.
Yeah.
The way our fellow people go about it. The fame I'm seeing abroad, they're doing a different.
No, that's a different one.
It's a different
that
flavor.
One is very different.
Very different flavor. What's happening here? This guy just go say, "But FK." I said, God, why don't you drag my hair?
And even if they drag the hair, sure you just be, you're looking different. Someone actually told me that in public before. She was like, you're looking different. It's like you.
Guys, someone told me
it's
that.
It's like you've put on.
She didn't have the put on. She just did her hand
someone
like this.
said that since we went to London, Mutinje Burger. I went to London. I said, no, she just said, okay, how now? Mutinje Burger, since this year London, show you people have just been eating. I said, ma'am, sis. And she was older than me, so I couldn't really say my mind.
So you wouldn't be able to
I couldn't say my mind. And obviously she was trying to be nice. She was greeting me, but I was
friendly.
like, in terms of this being the first thing you say, Kilo Day, why this? I just said, great. Thanks so much. Lovely to see you.
Like if it's me, my face.
They don't care about your face.
See, I can be forming angry. Even there was one time that I was in my car and I was like clearly annoyed. I wore my sunglasses inside the car. The car was clearly not working and I wound down my window. I can't remember what I was parked outside of, maybe a shop or something. So I just came and knocked the car. Okay, why not? I don't know. And I was like, but you can't see the mood. The mood I'm in is not one of. But you can't now start forming.
You'll be like your arrogant.
So I had to just be like, oh my God, hi. And it ended up being quite a fun conversation actually. But I was just like, if I see somebody boning their face,
I will just walk the other way
inside their car, I'll be feeling somehow to say, but it's all good. Anyway, what did I do this weekend? What was Friday? Okay,
Friday, we had an episode.
And then I went to my friend's store and then I was supposed to go and meet them for dinner, but my God is not sleeping. I didn't go because Jala got food poisoning.
It was awful.
And that makes me pleased. Do you know why? Because every 2 business days I have stomach problems. So people can't really relate. So when she was complaining, I said, it's good.
So now you can relate. The next time I tell you I have stomach issues, you understand the feeling.
It was awful. It was really, really bad.
And what was even better, the person she went with did not get it.
No, because we didn't eat the same thing.
The person she went with did not get it. I said,
but what you order, is it something that you eat often or like?
I eat character.
I eat different things from there all the time. So it was, first of all, it was shocking. I even refused. Initially, I was like, did I eat something earlier in the day? Because I couldn't accept that I had gotten food poisoning from there. But that was the only thing I'd eaten all day. And it was clearly that I was very, very shocked. On the plus side, I lost 2 kg.
That's the only upside.
That's always the plus side.
Yeah, but it was like, it was honestly...
definitely lose weight.
It was awful. It was awful and it was embarrassing. You can't even laugh. Don't laugh too much.
That's the thing, because I remember when we were out, we were at my brother's pop-up store, everybody was eating puff-puff.
Yes.
I just had one. I started throwing up.
So your stomach is sensitive.
Very, very,
I had to
very,
go home.
very sensitive.
Everybody else saying, but we all ate it. I said, it's gone out body show.
Wait, so do you have to like cook things for yourself? Like how do you now navigate
I should.
through?
That's actually what I'm supposed to do. But in terms of
her stomach is just quite sensitive. So the thing is that everybody else will have like leeway, maybe a few hours. Her own will like come immediately.
So that means you can even give yourself food poisoning.
On any given day like this, on any given day, all of us will eat.
Even stress like will activate her stomach problem.
I said everybody in that place, like
we all ate that puff puff.
Everybody ate the puff puff. I had one. That was the end of it for me. I just started.
She had to go home.
I
couldn't come out.
I was like, Abby, are you pregnant? I said, listen, you guys are rude.
No, but that's actually funny because someone on Twitter said, oh, she's had a tummy ache for a week. Someone now puts a picture of the alleged tummy ache, like a dancing baby. I saw that tweet. But my friend thought she had COVID. The COVID turned one. It turned one last week. She had COVID because I think they had been trying and they stopped because it wasn't really working. So she just thought she was only going to have one child.
Like she had just moved on.
My COVID.
To be fair, my mom didn't realize she was pregnant with me till the 5th month. So she thought she was sick. And then my grandma's friend, the doctor, just said, I hope you know you're pregnant. She said, no, she's having malaria. She said, no. This is pregnancy. What? Yeah. No, she's so bloated having malaria. No, you are actually very pregnant. She couldn't believe it because she just had a baby 2 minutes before then. So it was a shock to her. So that's why I'm the way I am, because a good 5 months, nobody attended to my
her and her brother, there's not up to a year.
Nobody attended. I'm telling you. I was at his first birthday. So technically
you're twins.
I was actually at his first birthday. They put me in a cow outfit. Yes, the theme was Toy Story. I was definitely a cow. And the thing is, I've watched that movie and I don't actually recall any cow. Because they gave him a Woody outfit. And then I was like, so every time I watch it, I think back, wait, but who am I here? There's actually no cow.
No, but you know your mom is brave. Do you know that actually I'll become catatonic if I find out I'm pregnant? I have like a 3 month old and they tell me I'm pregnant.
Oh my God.
I actually won't know what to do. I'll just be crying. If you were at or enjoyed or heard about our amazing live show in London, it's time for us to shout out to our travel partners onboard.com.
It's spelled ONBURD. Analta spelling. A travel tech company is focusing on the next generation of travelers. That's you lot.
When you get to their website, you can book flights, get your hotels. They can even help you with visa services if you need them, protocol services. Their website, once again, is www.onboard.com, where you can access all these services and even what more.
Yeah, they have a 24-hour customer service. You're not going to be calling them and I'll tell you that they are resuming in the morning. It's 24 hours. And if you want to travel for summer or any one thing, with a down payment of 10%, you can lock in your fare on board and you can pay small till your travel dates.
You can visit onboard.com's travel center in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. And you can follow them on social media. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is at GetOnboard, GETONBURD. The website is www.onburd.com. Their phone number, 017008208.
All these plenty ones are on the website. Go and check it. But their WhatsApp number is 0908-556-7540.
Once again, thank you to Onboard for making the I Said What I Said live show a success, because it would have been very awkward if we could not get there.
God bless you.
Our second and final one is from Big Auntie in need of serious advice, who says, I think my boyfriend is lazy. He just relocated to the UK and doesn't want to do menial jobs and constantly compares his life to what he had in Nigeria. I know it's really hard because when I first moved here, I really struggled as well. But I worked hard in really different places doing all sorts of odd jobs. The issue is, fundamentally, I'm not attracted to lazy men and I don't want to start disrespecting him. I know myself. I grew up with my mom as the breadwinner and I really don't want that for myself. He recently said, since I'm now working full-time, I will pay his bills. Jola and FK Egbami. Is this the man I will marry? is this the man that will take care of me and my future kids? What should I do? You drop.
Is it the man you marry? Of course, it
drop.
can never be the man you marry. What sort of stupid question is that? You should pay whose bill?
Pay who? Is this a joke?
Who asked him to move
So
to the UK?
when she was doing care work, it was funny, Abby. She was enjoying. She was like, oh wow, nothing I love more than changing adults' diapers. This has been my dream. I love to sweep and mop and clean. Look at me with my degree. I'm in an office. You know, I remember like there's something that my uncle told me about how he had a friend who moved to the UK and actually wanted to work for one of the big four. But I know the big four, their main thing is how you interview. A lot of times it's not just your intellect. It's actually like how you interview. And he was struggling. So his friends are putting him through, but they were like, in the meantime, you need to get a job. So he actually got a job cleaning at KPMG. And he used to joke to his girlfriend at the time that last say shark KPMG. I'm still there. I mean, eventually he got a job with another one of the big four, but like that was probably like a difficult and really humbling period, right? Because that's not what you plan to do with your life. I've said this thing I'm a hard work sexual. There's nothing that turns below my waist to the Sahara like a lazy man.
I cannot agree.
You have a serious problem because any small thing you just say that after I broke already. Then you not see me.
You now want to be
4 days. Then you
can't.
No. It's actually tough. It's actually
honestly, like I say this thing all the time.
This question this girl is asking.
I think she just wants to hear your
I'm telling you, very stupid question. Because what do you mean is this the man that you marry?
And she called herself big and thief. No, now.
This person is a thief.
No.
No, that's not even something that's fun. No, do you know what is irritating? And I say this sometimes.
Nollywood.
That you go and date somebody that is selling orange or what, and then all of a sudden they'll make he can't make it.
Oranges, he didn't even want to sell the orange.
Trust me, he can't make it.
How does he think things
you
work?
Can never make
he can't make it. He can't make
You're a failure.
This man is not making it because he doesn't want to start from where he doesn't want to start from where he is. Like he's entitled. No, it's not and he thinks something is going to come.
Do you know what? Another thing for me is just generally there is an attitude to like changes in circumstance that show you a person's character. Okay, forget this being a job. Someone that's talking about back home in Nigeria. This is me. I know I'm projecting, but think of this. You guys get married. Back home in Nigeria, there's a way we do things. But this is not what we're doing here.
Yeah.
So here, we're splitting bills. We're both working. So we'll split chores. I promise you that he's going to start doing back home too. That's what we do. Yeah. Children come.
Back home
in Nigeria.
Because his inability to adapt is going to be a problem from here now. It's not just, let me tell you something, your fear should not just be that he's not hardworking. Your fear should be about his inability to adapt.
Yeah.
What do you mean back home in Nigeria? Why not in Nigeria? If you want to go be in Nigeria, go and be there.
Go back there.
Go back and be there.
Please, they get back to you people 1-1. Don't pay anybody's bills. Did you ask him to move?
It is confidence in saying, now that you're working full time, you will pay my bills. Not because he's trying and can't find things. It's that he's very well aware that there's an adjustment period that is not sexy at all. You are not mocking him for it. You are not saying, I thought once you get there.
Who even said the adjustment period is not sexy?
I don't know.
No, because honestly, for me, like, it's like you in that moment when you are jumping in and doing like
whatever you need to do.
Whatever you need to do. You have sense.
It's giving me, oh God.
Well, no, honestly.
Meanwhile, he watched you do it too.
Yes. I hate you pay your bills and you sit down there.
God. I hate the idea. And you know, like this thing that is triggering you about your mom paying bills. So you know the life you are not ready to live.
Girl.
You know the kind of understanding you can be. Again, me, I've said this. My own issue is not even about him not being hardworking. Before we get to hardworking, it's somebody that can't adapt.
He cannot adjust.
Or can't manage situations.
Life is happening to you. And you keep it moving.
And doesn't realize that, okay, why in this situation?
Yeah.
Even if I let something, even if I've always been a thief. Even if it's to pretend, I'm telling you, even if it's to pretend I'm a good person,
I'll still be filming.
Before I show you my true color,
my CV. I'm telling you.
How can you fumble the bag like this?
In fact, I'll wait like you I will do it pretend so much that you start offering me to pay the bills, but I'll just be forming, oh no, I just can't accept that. Oh my God. I'm telling you, that is a better path.
See, big auntie is trying to be stuck on stupid. Snap out of it.
You have to.
Snap out of it today.
You know, again, this is just another thing. You know what to do. That's why you wrote this.
She knows what to do. She just wants to hear him out.
And for me, it's actually very, do you know how irritating it is? People are trying to leave this country, then you left here, you are talking about back home in Nigeria. Don't let them sound you at the visa office. Rubbish. Just imagine the nonsense.
Absolute nonsense.
If you like, she should not do anything. Let's see.
Bro. I'm even thinking about all the ways like you'll be having these conversations and you'll be irritating.
Also, there's so many things you can do. Like, let's say you don't want to wash toilets. Open your laptop, find something remote on the internet. Like, wait,
join the
guys off.
See what I said that is the
my carry camera, they do TikTok.
Yes. His inability to just be
start doing point of view unemployed in the UK. Yes. At least
your inability to adapt.
Start selling food.
Thank you.
Sell food.
And you know that he's not doing. You know the kind of thing where that makes babes complain like this is that I don't know about you guys, but I'm a cheap date. So let's say
definitely not.
I'll be feeling bad. Let me tell you, I won't be able to write in. I'll be able to tell FK if like I come home and you can see that somebody made efforts in this house.
Yeah.
I'll be feeling bad. You know, I'll be like, I wish he would find a job, but he's making sure he's not useless.
Yeah, in the house.
So I won't be able to say it. Maybe I'll message FK that, how will I bring up this conversation
I will laugh
now?
At you. Because what sort of rubbish is that?
No, what I'm saying is that, you know when the complaint is loaded? Because she cannot say, this man is useless.
No.
She cannot say it out. She cannot use her mouth to say it out. But she's just like, okay, do you know what? He's not hardworking. Then he said, you will pay my bills. What kind of...
No, I'm so sorry. Because, you know, you can also imagine it. They've been discussing, we'll both move. We'll now be doing Kinniga when they get to the UK.
You feel scammed. Then let's just imagine that maybe she was the one that now paid for like the whole...
I'm telling you that, see, there are things that have not come angry. Show me that this bill, she has started paying it.
Yes,
I'm yanning you.
Even if maybe you think your partner coming in when he starts his own menial labor, like the bills that exist, at least to be reduced. Sure. I know, and the other things, men, they eat. You are buying one meat that you bought, you will cook it Monday to Friday. Now you get home on Tuesday. He's telling you, oh babe, maybe you'll buy chicken next time. She said, what do you mean next time? Because this pot is big. They say, yeah, you know, yeah. Okay, no problem. Then, this made me laugh because my friend traveled and he was staying with his girlfriend and we were talking on the phone and she started shouting that I should tell him that this is not Lagos, that see the way he put on the heater. Now what does it mean? Blah, 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 blah. He was not saying that, look at how this girl is shouting at him. I said, let me do something about England. When you start paying those electricity bills.
Everything clears.
So he has just come from Nigeria. So any code, he will put on the heater that he's not paying for. He will put on the heater. Then she will come and say, how is the job search going? He'll say, no, he has not seen what he likes. She'll not say, what of? I can't do that. How can I do that? I have 3 degrees. Back in Lagos, I was doing my mates in Abuja, they're just doing this. Do you see Hilda? The person that sponsored this one, he was my colleague. Kenny. The guy that gave her the deal with this brand, blah, blah. The person that signed the check, we went to school together, me and that girl.
I'll now come here and be packing beans.
How can I do that?
How you be saying rubbish?
My dear, what you do is you do what they call kokoko. You wake him up in the night. Yeah, you say, look, Mr. Man, I had a dream. And in that dream, my mother said I should tell you that this thing we're doing is not working. It's not working.
So sorry.
So sorry.
And they've even made it easy for him in the UK. It's not to walk into a job
What kind
center.
of man was he before all this?
That's what I'm saying. You know, like different circumstances bring different things out of people.
She might not have known. In Nigeria, he might have been fine.
The problem is his inability to adapt, and it will come out in different ways. Okay, what if he gets a good job, he now loses it?
I want to. This kind of person that they lose their job.
It's over.
Like 1 year, they'll be forming
be...
and broody and moody. Look, sis, let me. Anyway, you already know. I don't know.
Rise up,
big and do big things.
Love you need to just ball out. Okay?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Not just the end of that.
Yeah, we did not give any kind of advice today. All our advice was, leave that place, stand up, stop that. What are you doing? Come on. Come on, girl. My mom is going to say, Ajola, this week people are not even understanding. My mom says that we're not understanding. That we're very harsh.
So tell people that wish they should leave their relationship. I say, Amma.
My mom said that we're very harsh. That I could doubt that a lot of people are trying. I said, this one, they told us outright.
But
they are not trying.
I feel like before people send their messages here,
they've done this thing. Like they know. See,
they've exhausted all their friends.
Discussed with their friends. Those ones did not say any opinion that was going to be good. They've got to tell their mom has told them, see. Now they've come here as a last resort.
That's why I feel like they've actually exhausted all their friends. I'm telling you. Like Big Auntie, you now listen to this. She's probably looking, maybe he's a fine guy that knows how to do some things. Don't even be comparing.
No, she said that her husband said if they start reminding us of our mates, we'll be very unhappy. Because the man now said that even him, he does some work for startup. So it's his juniors he works for.
Thank you. Because this thing can go to every stage. Some people that didn't say, okay, when I want $1 we're collecting contracts, you are doing work. God bless you.
Yeah. That comparison thing, I don't know. It's not the motivator people think it is, because I think it's supposed to be, if this person can do it, so can you. As opposed to
you are a fool.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like, look,
you that you are doing it.
Like, trust me, you can try. Trust me, you can do better.
This guy, I've seen all sorts of chicks. I just said, God, I beg. Anyway,
I didn't find it funny.
How was that for you? Because as in just watching from the outside, for me, it was just incredible.
I couldn't watch it. Like, I would go on the live and come out.
I kept saying to myself, you know what? I'm actually not doing anything and I'm feeling anxious.
I can relate to you because because we're collating evidence, we've had to watch
it back.
Yesterday was so funny. There was this time where my break time was almost up. And I was walking out of the kitchen and just reflex. I'm like, where are you going? My friend, go back inside. And this is me here. Oh, you've been sitting down now, so you have the energy to now be saying, where are you going?
Yeah.
But in that moment, I tried to like relate to myself, in that moment.
No, I couldn't watch it. Like, people that were watching, like, there were times that you would look like physically exhausted. And then your sous chef, maybe like you are like, you don't want to do it again, and he's gingering you.
Worst cramps.
He'll be gingering you that you can't do it.
When I heard that you were doing this,
period.
I said, me that I don't even leave my room. Because once I've left my room, I've already started and I started announcing, listen, I'm on my period.
Just in case
if you do anyhow inside this house, you will see anyhow. Nobody talk to me. Then no, see, there are a lot of things that we have to call a thing. I was like, this is so. The first thing when I first saw it, I said, no, but she's insane. That's the thing that can drive you into
no, but that one, the timing, it wasn't intentional for it. It was supposed to be on the 29th, so I'd already checked my calendar, everything.
Oh, but right.
We had so many people signing up on the microsite to like RSVPing to attend. We had not rounded up with printing the merch. There were too many things. Production still needed some time to build up on the space. Like, there was too much to be done and very little time. So we had to move the time. But moving that time, I just knew that you can't move this time too far because they would think you are not serious. Already people think you are mad. So you need to just do it. So when it started like the Saturday or the Sunday before, I knew I was not going to be done.
Yeah.
By that time, I'm just like, my God.
No,
I just prayed.
It looked incredible.
Yeah. I was just like,
you did an amazing thing.
You did
no, honestly,
I can't lie.
Like after the first 24 hours, I would literally just go on the live, open
that was the hardest.
The
first 24 hours
really
was the hardest.
I thought it would be the first.
I thought it would be like
after this third day.
If you put your bets on when I was going to give up,
it would have been first day.
Really?
Wow. I didn't think that. I thought by the time it's like the third day,
it got easier.
Delirious.
The last day was much more of a breeze than any other day. And let me tell you why. First day was during the 24, I did a dry run. I started at 10:19.
Yeah.
So I had woken up, let's say I was up for like 3 hours before I started cooking. So I was well rested. But now this time is I'm scheduled to start at 10.
Yeah.
And I get to the venue. Obviously, I couldn't sleep the entire night. Then I was up at 5. I got to the venue by 7:30.
So you were tired.
And I was already like, gearing up, let's get it. And then we get there, we find out that CCTV, we collected camera that is not picking up sound. Guinness has asked for camera that has sound.
Yeah.
So now we have to start buying new camera morning. We need to, Jason, the guy that had like a record for dancing from Guinness, had to come. You know, he was so helpful. He helped us, like, we had positioned the camera wrong. So we positioned nonsense. So he came, they now had to start repositioning the camera. Then the kitchen started shocking. So that place was not a kitchen.
Yeah, you have to build it.
I don't know. The set builder did. She connected pipe water, so I had running water. So I don't know how there was like proper plumbing. On that stage, and all the wiring. There was an inverter there because obviously nothing can go off. So there was an inverter there. So all the wiring. I think where they have joined wire somewhere,
something was going wrong.
Something was wrong. So the kitchen now started shocking. So they now had to rewire. Then obviously there was like a lot of press. Even at least for first day, we even still had like, we still had small strap, pressy, short, small love. And I've done interviews, so I'm shouting upstairs, I'm shouting downstairs, I'm checking the kitchen.
Exerting energy.
Yes, I'm exerting a lot of energy. Then they now finally said, just go to the caravan and go and wait. Let's suss it out. We'll suss it out. I'm inside the caravan. Small time I will come out again. What's happening? So I was already up for 12 hours, like actively awake for 12 hours before I now started cooking. Jason told me, Hilda, sleep for like 5 hours. Start at 8. I said, no. Look at me feeling like,
you can do it.
Like Superwoman. That no, people are already here. They need to eat. Who cares about people that want to eat? Lie down and sleep. I said, no. People need to eat. We need to, So at 4, I said, I'm starting at 4. Whatever happens, we need to get moving. If only I knew.
I want to lie down.
6 hours in. Jason said, you know what? Get your cut. You get 5 minutes for every 1 hour. So I had accumulated 30 minutes. He's like, you know what? Just use 10 minutes of your break. Quickly go, change your sanitary, whatever. Come back. After I took that 10 minutes, biggest mistake. As I got back, it was almost like it dawned on me that
you're going to be here for a long time.
You can fail. And you're going to be here 4 days. This is just 6 hours in. What do you think you're doing? So it was like everything just happened at the same time. I first of all started thinking. I've not even started praying. I called my mother. Mommy, I'm tired. The look on my mother's face. Jesus.
After 6 hours.
It's because it's like nobody will tell you. You're the one that's invested.
Yeah.
But I've already started psyching myself like, just forget about the money. Leave it. You don't care about these people. I called my brother, the voice of reasoning. Gilbert came. He started, we can walk out of this place right now and we will never speak of this again. You don't have to do this. It's not by force, but I believe that you can. In fact, you owe it. You did 24 hours. You owe it to yourself.
To at least do that.
Even if you want to give up, just get to 24 hours. Me, I'm already here thinking 7 hours in. Do you know how many hours is 24? It just dawned on me that, girl, you can't do this by yourself. You need Jesus. You need God. I just started praying for a miracle because I knew that physically I cannot say, angel wings. I'm like, Father, Lord, just give me a miracle. Just do it. And it was honestly a miracle because I was ready. My brother said, just keep going till you drop dead. Like, so far you've not dropped, you've not fainted.
Okay. Fair enough.
Your hands are still moving. Just be doing it. My friends were there chanting and yelling and doing the most. And I threw up. Yes, I threw up. They were saying, maybe you need to eat. I said, look at these people. Do you know what they are talking about? It's like I threw up. It was after I threw up. It was as if the Holy Spirit he just touched me like my eye just opened.
And you rose up.
I'm not even
deliverance.
Joking. Like my eye literally opened after that. All the sleep that I wanted to sleep, all the tiredness I was feeling,
it was gone.
Everything was gone. So that took me for like another 12 hours.
Yeah.
The one that made me laugh is
the person cooking or you eating.
And you'll be holding my
I had to say that guy who is breaking the record here because the food you've eaten.
And he just left this place. I'm going to a restaurant. I'm going to say, of course, eating. That's his hobby. But yeah, that's okay. What else I want to ask you? Okay, yeah. So there's a stereotype about women from Cross River and Akwa Ibom and food and cooking. Have people made that kind of comment to you recently?
Yeah, they have. But I just feel like, I think it's not about us being able to cook. It's more like, we're very hospitable. Like, we want to just cater to you. And I think it just stems from how we're trained. But people say that's all the time. I'm not surprised that you did this. Type of girl.
My favorite shock is that, so people obviously saw you cooking and they realized this is a bad bitch.
And that she's a bad.
He shocked them.
I
You see, this is why it's not good to talk to you. It shocked them.
Maybe because I know her friends.
That's what I'm saying. So I was like, what do you think this is? And I love it because I say, you see, this is why it's not good to talk to us.
No, like my mom was not saying.
See, I knew, so I had seen her page, but let me tell you, and I was saying to one of my friends, I said, do you know, I know that this babe is a bad bitch. Forget anything. I said, she tailored her chef jacket. I said, let me yarn you something.
I haven't had crop chef jacket.
God bless you. I said, this thing
I just refuse to wear
this
it.
thing is to fit. She didn't give them all those big. Just see all those iron chef. They don't give them all those.
Apron, big apron.
All those big. I said, no. Bad bitch is a bad bitch. What are you talking about? Because one of my friends was saying, one of the funny things is that she would have looked crazy. Like if she was doing this thing, anything concerning looking sensible, but that you were still looking like a human being. Because it's like by this time, she would have looked like she was cooking for 4 days, and you didn't. I said that you even changed. I said, you came out. And then, I saw people saying,
this is not the place, this is not the time.
It's not the time.
I love this.
I love
because,
it.
especially men, I say, you have to pipe down. This is a bad business.
No,
you can't do about
I know
it.
some of her friends. So I was like, oh, you guys are in for it. You're in for an awakening.
Yeah.
I know her friend, you're in for a bit of an awakening. I'm not like, no, don't do that. This is the modern beauty and brains. This is the modern beauty and brains. Yeah. I said, yeah, actually, yeah.
But people still have something to say, regardless.
No, but they always will.
They always do.
They always will. And it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, so it's about, and this is what I think a lot of people can't wrap their heads around. What you did was a very visible thing.
Yeah.
You did like something incredible in public view.
Yeah.
And so even attempts to discredit you are genuinely crazy.
Because it's
for
like
some
we
other
all
people,
watched it happen.
It's almost easier because there's a lot of work that happens underground or in silence or things that you don't notice. So everybody's talking about your record now, but you've been cooking for a long time. You've had a cooking show. You've won a cooking award. You own a restaurant. But the thing that made you like publicly famous was something that everybody could see. So the attempts to discredit are very frustrating to them. So it's now, she dresses like this. Okay.
And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, okay. It's funny thing when Nigerians where like, you take someone on and then you kind of want to now mold them.
Yeah, into your own liking.
And I'm like, no, this is how she was already. This is how we jammed her.
But do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I think it is it's just like a deviation from our understanding of what success looks like or how it comes about. So is that we're told a very specific narrative, particularly if you're a girl when you're young. It's not just about the work you do. It's about the way you look. It's about how old you are. It's about being able to fit a very, very specific box. So anybody that deviates even slightly, is like, no,
it's confusing.
It's confusing. So they have to, it's like, no, this doesn't make sense. Or this is not fair. Because the idea is that it's only supposed to work if you follow a very specific...
There's a lot of it's not fair. Like, how can she...
Really?
Yes, I've gotten that. So it's like, how can only her be fine, be hot, be...
They should come and remove it now.
How can only have all these things? Like, that's not how life is.
There's something there.
There has to be something.
You know what makes me laugh?
They're looking for something.
When you say there's something there, it's like, what is there?
Okay, like what? Because I want you to follow it.
No, because we saw it in plain view. That's what makes it a bit more frustrating, I think, is that
so funny.
Even when you're trying to find the leeway. So maybe if it was she became popular because maybe some celebrity tried food from your restaurant. Then they want to look for it. People can look for a way to say, no, there's something there.
Or she paid for it.
But in your...
The people say, she invested in that. What you people don't know. Someone dedicated a whole video. What you people don't know is that she invested in good PR.
Okay, and
she invested in good...
Do you know how the PR would have burnt if by that 6 hours Hilda said, everybody, let's start to pack up?
Let's start to pack up. Let's go house.
The PR will now be the lunatic who thought...
No, but even things like that, I'm like, okay, when you are breaking world record, don't invest in PR.
Don't invest in PR.
Don't invest, let's see you. Don't invest now.
Because I'm giving you the template. This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? And again, all this is the PR that we invested in. How many was it? Do you understand? Because the kind of earned media that the attempt got,
you can't get that. You can't plan it.
You can't plan it. You can't pay for it. You can
you can only hope.
It's grace. You can only hope.
You can only hope.
And even in all our hoping,
it was never that.
You can't imagine. You can't plan this kind of thing.
But it is like 5XL.
Yeah.
We were thinking 1XL.
Yeah.
Or even XL.
Oh my dear, collect your bag.
I love it. I really, really love it. I really enjoy it. I like what you look, because I saw an interview where you said this specific thing, that people have impressions of women, and it's important to you to do this to show that you don't have to be a specific way.
Yes.
Or look a specific way. I mean, I like it. I like it when women win, period. But when, there's no two ways about how a person is. There's no ability for you to imprint
all your doubts are
and use that
clear.
to pressure someone else. Because sometimes people feel under a lot of pressure. Even on a tangent, one of my other favorite women, Chimamanda didn't wear makeup for a while because she wanted to be seen as a serious writer. She was 26 when her book came out.
No.
She was like, I have to look a certain way, to be taken very seriously.
I've read all her books.
Until her mother said, is something wrong? Why is your face like this? You are my friend, we don't do that. And it's a very somehow thing that you don't realize there's pressure to look. I mean, we both do business for our young women. You know what happens when you go to certain places, how the impression people have of you, the way people treat you, what they say to you, what they say about you. You do a huge undertaking. You know what you've gone through, and then people dismiss what you've done
because of little things like your clothes.
Your age.
You can't. Like they turned me down for a speaking engagement just because they looked at my Instagram like, son cannot have anything to offer.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, and it's hurtful. That's the thing. We'll laugh it off now.
Crazy.
But in that moment, it's actually and sometimes
crazy.
you will even be reconsidering that. Should I start?
Do you know that
maybe
at no point me? Because again, the thing is, I've evolved and I'm very self-aware, so I can realize when my mindset is changing, or even, let me not call it changing, but evolving. There was a time where I felt like there were things that I had to do that was cool, and now I know that okay, I can't do that anymore. Not because I feel like it's bad all of a sudden. It's because I've grown from that, and it's like, oh yeah, this is not a representation of who I am right now, and it's important that I am true to myself right now. So me, don't worry.
I dare anyhow you see it, you.
And that made me really happy.
I find it so funny because I'm in like a very male industry, but anytime I go for anything plastic recycling, I'm so men. I'm so men wearing Ankara. I just like, I'm not doing this shit with you guys. I beg. This is what I'm wearing, and this is how. I remember I spoke at one conference and I wore like the trousers I wore to the live show, and they're sheer. Mommy was like, they can see through this trouser. I said, good. It's better for them. Let it just be clear from now that I'm not one of you. I want to stand out. I want to stand out. This is how they normally do it. So listen, it's for the best.
It's really cool. I'm very, very proud of you. I think what you've done is amazing.
I think it's amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'll be using you for claim to fame from now on.
Hilda, my friend Hilda.
I know.
Hilda.
This is not Hilda.
Yeah.
I will use you too. So in case we hear that I claim you,
my dear, we're all claiming each other here. Don't worry.
What do you want people to find? So tell them where the restaurant is, like anything you're doing.
Please. My restaurant is in Lekki Phase 1. Directly opposite Miss Care Boutique.
Good.
It's in a mall called Cruise Piazza. In fact, if you just type it on Google, just type My Food by Hilda on Google, it will take you to my doorstep.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if people haven't tried your food ever, what should they ask for?
What should they get? And do you guys do deliveries?
Yes, we do deliveries, but bear with us now. I think I need to say this. Sometimes we do have issues in customer service because the traffic is much. But the quickest way to get the attention, just come there by yourself. You can send your steward, your driver, anybody, just send them. When they come, try the jollof fries. We have this thing called white rice and ofako. I made it during the cookathon. Try it. Book us to try it. Native rice. When you see there, try it. It's nice. It's very nice. You like it.
Is there anything else? Social media? Like anything at all?
Yes, so. How am I to say no? Wow. On Instagram, I have 3 accounts. One, they have helped me to verify it. Hilda Baci. Hilda Baci. Not Baci. Baci.
God, behind Hilda Baci. I said, who?
It's all of Lagos.
I said, bro, who?
Then my business page. In fact, it's even 4. My Food by Hilda on Instagram. No underscore, no capital letter, no bomb, no dot, no apostrophe, no hyphen. My Food by Hilda. Then for more updates on the cookathon, Guinness World, when they give us the certificates, we'll post it there first. Check Hilda Baci cookathon. Yeah. That's for Instagram.
And then we'll do another party that will press their head again.
Oh my God. You guys, you have to come.
No. So you don't know what you're talking about.
Me and Fake. Yoruba women. You invite us.
You even invite us. When we see you, they say, Hilda, good to see you.
We'll do another party.
How the hell did this one get there?
That party,
You do what? Certificate receiving.
Yes.
Now hang it.
Yes, now. Then like when they're bringing out the bottles, somebody will hold the receipt in front.
They will hold it with lights.
Oh my God.
And those packers.
Yes. So they'll carry it like in this.
Yes, now. Very important.
Very important.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
And I'm very proud of you. All right, Hilda, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
As usual, guys, like and subscribe and all those things. Comment. Go to Hilda's restaurant. All those things. And all right, see you next week.
So, peace out.
YouTube, you have YouTube.
Subscribe to
our YouTube.
It's Hilda Baci. Same thing. Very easy to find.
Subscribe to our YouTube. I beg.
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye.